Now let us write a example program which prints out counting seconds. So we are developing a counter which counts the seconds using the GUI program. So for that, let us first import tkinter as tk, and now let us create root is equal to tk dot the class. Why we are writing tk? Because we have imported the tk as tk. And now let us give the title as something like counter. So once we have finished the title, let us create a label. Label is equal to tk dot label. We should have to mention tk every time, this because we have imported as tk. Now root, and give the color as something like dark green this time, and after that you should have to pack it. So we have created a label. Let us create a button. Button is equal to tk dot button root comma. Let us give the text for stop, and we can also define the width here. Width is equal to, let us say, 40. Now button dot pack. We can use the grid or place as per your comfortability. After packing that, let us write root dot main loop. Now let us see what we have created until now before proceeding into further programming. So see, here we have created a window. The label, we haven't given any text because we will be displaying the seconds here. So the label will be passed to the method and the seconds will be displayed, and when we keep the stop, the window should close. So first we will write for the stop. So for writing any functionality to the button, label or anything, you should write inside the brackets like command is equal to, now call the method. So there is a inbuilt method for this, because we don't need to write this destroy, it is an inbuilt method. So now let us see the output first. Counter. Now see, when we press the stop, the window is closing. Okay, it is fine. And now let us create a method called counter label. Let us say counter itself, counter, and pass the label. So in this counter we are passing this label, so the text will be displayed. So now let us write the label method so that you can understand. Let us say counter is equal to 0 initially. Now define the counter. This counter is different, so to differentiate, don't get confused, we will write counter underscore label. So we are defining the method label and passing the label to the method. Now counter is equal to 0. So here we will be defining one more method. Let us say it count, and inside that let us write global counter so that the counter is accessible for entire program. Now counter is equal to plus is equal to 1. So we are incrementing counter by 1 every time. And label dot config. Now we are giving the text. Text is equal to str and counter. So this counter we are getting as a string and placing in the label. That's all. And we should also call one more method after, let us say 1000 comma count. Why we are writing this? We will be seeing the output and then explaining it. So this means it will be stopping for 1000 milliseconds. 1000 milliseconds is nothing but 1 second. So for every 1 second, this counter is getting incremented, and the string it is getting as a string and placing it in the label, and the count is calling. So this will be inside the loop until we press the stop button to close the window. Now let us see the output. See here, we have created a successfully counter 8 9. So let me zoom it little bit. So this is our counter. So until we press stop, this will be counting the seconds. Stop. So now I think you understood why we have written 1000 here. So let us say 10. This is 10 milliseconds. So it will be so fast. See here, the counter is for every 10 milliseconds it is changing. So that's why we are giving it here 1000. Hope you understood how to create it. Try your own. Try practicing. We'll be meeting in the next video with the another topic. So this is how we create a counter. So meet in the next video with some other topics. Until then, keep practicing.